Welcome back to another video. Joseph here. In this video, I'm going to be talking about iron-rich foods for vegans, or really for anyone who is trying to get some more iron. My videos are for all diets, but this one specifically is going to be favoring the vegans. Now, iron is known to be in meat and animal sourced foods, but there is a lot in plant-based foods, beans, vegan food, all that stuff. So, beans, lentils is the first one. Legumes of all sorts have so much iron in them. Red kidney beans has over 5 milligrams per cup cooked. Lentils have 6.6 milligrams of iron, which is unbelievable. Very high in iron. That's like 82% of the daily value of iron. Tofu and tempeh, another category of fermented soy product, have so much iron and calcium too. Calcium very hard to get for vegans, but they also have a lot of iron. If I'm not mistaken, tofu doesn't have too much, but tempeh is pretty high. It actually has over 4 milligrams per cup, which is amazing. So very high here in iron. And thing is, a lot of people don't appreciate nuts and seeds as much, but nuts and seeds have a lot of iron. Most of them do. Pumpkin seeds are very high in iron, but even nuts like walnuts, pistachios, and almonds, they all have a fair amount of iron in them. So eating them as a snack is a pretty good idea. So if you're someone who's definitely looking to get their iron intake up and calcium, almonds actually have calcium and iron as well, which is really good. And some nuts do have calcium and a lot of magnesium. So definitely a good idea to add nuts in your intake. Swiss chard, kale, spinach are really good. And they have somewhere around 1 to 2 milligrams of iron, which is probably about like 5 to 10% of the daily value, or 5 to 15% of the daily value for the day per cup. Now you're probably wondering, is there a way to get more iron? Yes. If you cook your leafy greens, that is the secret to unlocking more iron, which is important. And we look at something like spinach. Believe it or not, spinach, when cooked, has way more calcium, magnesium, and potassium, which is super important because a lot of people want to get all that nutrition in. It's you really do need to get a lot of nutrition in, and spinach when cooked is like on a whole nother level. So you're definitely gonna be getting a lot of iron from Swiss chard, kale, spinach, even um, vegetables such as broccoli, cabbage. Eating them raw, they actually have a fair amount of iron in them. When they're cooked, they even have more iron in them. And not just broccoli and cabbage, but there's also bok choy, and I don't know. I probably said some of these names wrong, especially that one, where they also have about the same amount of iron as broccoli and cabbage. And one of the last foods I'm putting in is potatoes. Everybody loves potatoes. They're known for potassium, but potatoes are incredibly nutrient dense. And believe it or not, they have 1.7 milligrams per medium sized potato. Now, those ones in the picture are quite small, but I'm sure one that's pretty fair in size, or maybe even one of those, might have somewhere around a milligram to 1.7 milligrams. That is 9% of the daily value. So, hopefully, um, these foods are easy and affordable to put in your diet. They're definitely gonna help you out. They're pretty nutrient dense, and how I would go about them, for example, would be potatoes on a Monday, Tuesday broccoli, Wednesday spinach, Thursday do like a chili curry bean thing, and then kind of like rinse and repeat. If this is something you want to do every day, but you'll definitely be getting in a fair amount of iron. And if you're looking to get more iron than than the foods that I've shown, I'm actually gonna give you some extra ones. I'm gonna name them right here. Natto. It's a fermented soybean. It has 15 milligrams, 188% of the RDA. That's how much you need. They're giving you a lot more. I guess you only need around 7 or 8 milligrams of iron for the day. Generally, that's like, you know, enough, plenty. But Natto will give you like 15, which is insane. Honestly, I think you need about 9 milligrams of iron a day. Maybe some people more, depending on who you are. Even soybeans themselves are incredibly high, almost 10 milligrams, 123% of the RDA. White beans as well, lentils we talked about. Tofu is only about 1.5 milligrams. So there's definitely, and again, I've made YouTube shorts on more foods with iron. Like dark chocolate has about 5 milligrams per serving, which is amazing. So there's a lot of foods out there that are vegan that have a lot of iron in them. I will be putting the information in the description. By all means, I appreciate everybody watching. Thank you all. Hit the like button, subscribe if you guys want more content. I make videos for all diets.